Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. It is it's Wednesday, the 28th of February. Just gone 38 minutes past 10 in the PM. We're going to do a Encyclopedia Dramatica reading on Vaush today, which is a predator. Well, not really a predator, just found out to be in possession of child porn and zoophilia porn. So yeah. This is going to be a wild one, so let's give it a read. Ian and Anthony that surname. What's with all these like nonsense and their weird surnames? All of a sudden it's weird. Is a cultural Marxist paedophile with a variety of hobbies like zoophilia, gargling horsecock, pansexuality, and being a morally bankrupt fucktard. Somehow he has a girlfriend, which would actually be an achievement considering his quirks. His quirks, if she wasn't some fat spice goblin whore who looks more like a Dark Souls boss than an actual human. You ought to congratulate yourself for not trading all your dignity for coochie and then killing yourself for letting fucking Vaush get a girlfriend before you. Yeah, you know it's bad when a paedophile and zoophile gets a girlfriend and a normal person gets nothing. You know it's bad when that happens. While Vaush unfortunately has a legion of fans who embodies his various aspects, he has plenty of enemies within the breadtube community. And we got the his little bio here. Vaush YouTuber, born February 14th 1994. He's 30 years old. Real name Ian. He's an American ethnicity kike. I still have no fucking idea what that means. Occupation YouTuber, and date joined on the January 6, 2019, 5 years ago. Background: the abortion of Vaush failed, causing him to emerge from the shithole known as Los Angeles. Oh god, he's one of those, isn't he? This would be the first of many obvious signs that this tub of lard would become what we all know him as, Vaush's father. Vaush's father is a Hollywood executive, while his mother is a filmmaker. Is that true? I highly doubt it. Wealthy leftist born into wealth. Sounds familiar. Oh, okay, yeah, he probably is too. Because that's the thing. It's like most leftists are paedophiles anyway. So there you go. Vaush claimed to get his inspiration by none other than Destiny, because of course he fucking did. He's a cuck, in other words, which helps him explain where his psychotic faggotry came from. According to him, he was always a cultural Marxist, although his politics heavily shifted during high school after a teacher groomed him. In 2013, he was a annex fag, originally under the name of Irish Laddie. Under this name, he would ride Destiny's coattails by appearing on his streams. Oh, Destiny is a male. I keep forgetting that. I keep thinking it's like a female for some fucking reason. By appearing on his streams and pressuring Destiny to become an even bigger cultural Marxist. After being outed as a sexual harasser in 2019, he dropped the Irish Laddie name and made his own YouTube channel under the name of Vaush. A week after that, he would make his first video. Well, good for fucking him. Views. Coming from the horse's mouth, Vaush is a self-proclaimed socialist and libertarian leftist. This is obviously a contradiction to anyone without brainworms, but he doesn't seem to think so. Interestingly, he hates tankies and authoritarian leftards. Even though leftism is inherently authorized by nature, Vaush despises the right wing worldwide, hates the typical isms and phobias, wants private property abolished, wants worker co-ops, potentially by force if necessary, and sees liberals as a useful pawn to smash fascism before disposing of them after they've outlived their usefulness. How cute. He thinks liberals are useful. On that topic, he also supports a violent revolution to implement of a market socialist society, a revolution that he would be ready for or survive on the off chance that if it ever happens. Trust me, he would never live through World War III. Vaush voted for Biden, because of course he fucking did, hoping that he would be pushed towards his base by his base. Yes, but Vaush thought that dementia-added paedophile would be pushed further left instead of remaining a puppet for the globalist neoliberal elites. Vaush would later be on video saying that there's no objective truth beyond what you could cohort people into accepting. Claim that the only turn down certain sponsorships in order to maintain his socialist aesthetic. So I'm guessing he supports BetterHelp then, because most leftists do that, even though BetterHelp is a scam. To admit to mob rule, and that winning is better than being right. These particular views are significant because Vaush is finally being honest. Literally pick up any issue and Vaush is going to repeat the cultural Marxist consensus on it. The most famous viewpoints of Vaush, however, aren't his horrifying, misinformed and grotesque views about just about any other political issue. Instead, are his outspoken and repeated support of both paedophilia and bestiality. Cringe compilation highlights. While Vaush's entire life is an ongoing cringe compilation, there are many standouts that truly define his dumpster fire of life and YouTube career. I just kept my recordings quick. Yep, that's fine. Okay, sick fuckery. In 2017, Vaush would send a photo of his cohort of his code to someone named Poppy on Discord, an autistic woman who Vaush tried to groom while they were still friends. Leaked Discord logs also reveal Vaush saying shit like prolapse her anus and rape her for months to end. Fucking hell, he's sick. As well as threatening to dox her. He's a bad guy. He's a really bad guy by the sounds of it. Anytime Poppy would receive emotional vulnerabilities, Vaush would try to manipulate this in a bid to get sex. Vaush would end up doing this to other Discord members, like Pastel in 2019. These revelations prompted speculation that he became a leftist to get other leftist women to fuck him. Considering Vaush was caught in 4K, claiming to pretend to be a male feminist to get pussy tactic, worked for him in college. It likely checks out. It was around this time that Irish laddie would change his name to Vaush in a bid to take the heat off. So in other words, he was a coward and he changed his name to basically avoid it. From 2017 to at least 2019, Vaush would get caught, would be caught on Discord fetishizing horsecocks. We are not joking. And I'm not clicking that link because it's an actual picture of a fucking horse dick. Vaush also claimed that bestiality isn't animal abuse, so I'm pretty sure it is, mate. While advocating for bestiality as a whole on repeated occasions. As if this wasn't enough, Vaush has an extensive history of paedophilic behaviour. Highlights include becoming a socialist to get the age of consent lowered, which he thinks is dictated by capitalism, saying that CP purchases should be legal since people buy products which involve child labour. Child labour is not the same as CP, it's completely fucking different. Like, obviously, like, child labour is not legal in America and the UK, but it is in Asian countries and India and Africa and all that, and Brazil even. And saying that there was no convincing legal or moral argument against having CP. Vaush and his fans claim that these comments were taken out of context, or he reacted such statements later on. However, there is no context that would make statements like this okay, and he only ended up backtracking on his paedophilic positions because he got a lot of shit. And even if he were to grant him these excuses, it wouldn't justify other paedophilic behaviours like operating a Twitter account which like photos of CP, or trying to groom a 14-year-old autistic boy. Short of being caught in 4K raping a kid, it is unclear whenever Vaush will finally get what he deserves. After all, getting away with paedophilia has a present if you look at the YouTube commentary community. Autistic screeching highlights. If a quick physiognometry check didn't make it obvious, then his debate with Count Dankula would expose Vaush as pretentious, smug, intellectual. Vaush would also repeatedly accuse Dankula of being a white supremacist on the sole basis of controversial jokes. Vaush would also have multiple debates with Sargon of Akkad, no idea who that is, which would remove any doubt that Vaush wasn't a raging psychotic tool. He tried to limit the tard rage in the second session in the second Sargon debate, but overconstipated. I can't even fucking say that properly, for fuck's sake. By upping the sophisticated and smug pizzo-intellectual snark. From then on, Vaush would have a healthy mixture of these traits, which is how anyone with a frontal lobe currently sees him as. In 2019, while debating some randos on stream, Vaush would say the N-word, causing much bawling and forcing Vaush to backtrack for his defence of the N-word in certain contexts. Yeah, once you say it, you're not coming back from that, trust me. Apparently, this greaseball thought that by sounding edgy, he would change the image of BreadTube being a bunch of sensitive, humorless fucks and even de-radicalising right-wingers. Unfortunately for Vaush, this would require being funny and not making smooth brain talks every day. While on Jesse Lee Peterson's channel, Vaush proclaimed his disdain for black conservatives. Luckily, black conservatives are utterly unconvinced that a Marxist paedophile hates them. After reviewing a Jubilee video involving rape survivors like Sydney Watson, Vaush was rambling how rape culture was real. And Watson shared her story and the cover-ups by authorities, fucking hell. In other words, blaming the victim then. Vaush immediately did a 180 and accused Watson of lying to to justify hatred against Muslims or rape refugees. Fucking hell. Vaush would also repeatedly support attacking and killing political opposition. Yeah, this guy's a fucking nutter. It would be entertaining to see him try. In 2020, Vaush would have a falling out with Destiny over a variety of issues, and notably whenever the N-words and cultural Marxists burning down America to stop racism were justified, and Destiny being departnered from Twitch. Even fucking Destiny's had enough of the fat cunt, since he has done debates about other right-wingers, often shitting out the same points on whatever fucking subject the participants are blown hot air over. Of note is the fact that Vaush groomed Hunter of Tone for being a leftard, or into being a leftard, and beating him in a debate. Even though it wasn't hard to do, since Cantor was never a right winger and merely repeated their talking points for the glue golds. What makes this all partially heinous is the fact that the apologies and the backtracking only came after a massive blowback, i.e. to cover his fat pig-skinned ass. In December 2021, Vaush will be banned from Twitch indefinitely for using the term cracker. If you don't know what that means, it's over in England is a biscuit. It's a form of biscuit, but black people use it to call white people. It is basically like how like white people call black people the N-word, black people call us cracker. That's essentially it. But in England, it's a biscuit. You put cheese on it, in other words, but it's more or less an American thing, sort of thing. So yeah, it was for advocating violence and paedophilia. The Twitch staff would have to ban themselves while they're deciding whenever the ban will stick. Cultural Marxists everywhere were debating if using slurs to derange a racial group is in fact racist. Now, before I go on to this bit, I'm just going to slide it to the side there. There you go, that'll do. Mainly because there's a picture of what he got caught out for. Live stream porn folder leak. Here we go. On February 7th 2024, so this is like a few weeks ago, Vaush was live streaming as he usually does and opens the Windows Explorer file explorer, where his collection of hentai was leaked to the world. Twitter detectives would later use the VOD to take crusty screenshots to actually scan the images for and discover that, very unsurprisingly for Vaush, the images were laden with lolicon and bestiality, which essentially confirms that what everyone with a brain would know. Fellow horse fuckers on Twitter would tell Vaush that he should have hidden it better, but the damage has already been done at that point. However, like any of his other controversies, this isn't gonna actually affect him in the long run, despite him there being illegal content on this drive. I mean, to be fair, yes, he'd get away with it, wouldn't he? He'll get into YouTube drama, and then he'll just like crawl away like a little pussy boy. So yeah, it's basically it. External links. His YouTube channel is still up. His Twitter, his Facebook, his Instagram, his TikTok, his Patreon, his Kiwi Farms feed, all that stuff. Vaush is a part of a series on social justice, part of a series on child abuse, YouTube, and Cry Yourself to Sleep, Dying Alone. And this was last updated on the 14th of February, so Valentine's Day. This is updated on his on his birthday. What about that? So anyway, yeah, a interesting read about a weird, strange little paedophile man. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Tomorrow is the final day of February. Only 29 days this month. I'm going to be doing a Chris Clan monthly recap, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.